we'll bring up this section over here, and you want to go to service documentation. And there's some other books on here, but you're interested in the 5000 stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 2045s and 6060s and 7000, they're all basically like the same. Okay, so I left all those books in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, because this is like a hybrid, right? So anyway, all the service documentation. So to open this up, you open up service documentation, you click on the little plus, you open up the DocuColor 5000 AP, you click on the little plus, and the very first one, this is HCS or high capacity stacker. This is the Stitcher stacker. You have none of those. Those are just for the finishers. You're interested in the press only. So click on here. It opens this up. You ever get a jam or something, the first thing you want to do is go into status indicator, repair and analysis procedure. Okay? So you click on this, and you'll notice chains 1 through 52. If you get a jam, like a paper jam, right? It's gonna come up with like a code, and it'll say like 8-115. You can click on it, and it'll say tray 3 sensor did not detect paper within specified time. What are you supposed to do? Clean the tray 3 feed and retard rollers, blah 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 blah. Check for any obstructions in paper path. You know, so it tells you what to do.
What is this chain 8? Like any code that
so any yes, exactly. I was just going to explain that to you. So the very first number is the chain.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So anything like 9s are always 0 graphics. 10s have to do always with fusing. You know, here's your offset catch tray at 12. They're all broken down into groups. Okay. So it'll come up here. You'll see it. It'll have a stupid number all the time. You've seen it before, right? It's not a mystery. So this is the first place you'd start, and then it'll give you some indicator as to what it's doing. Here, this is more in for diagnostics. Now for like enter DC 330. Well, what's DC 330? It's component control, and you can switch stuff off and on in component control by clicking little buttons. Everything is in the manual. It's just you got to know where to find it. Okay, so DC 330. How do you want to use it? Go into general procedures. Go into diagnostics, and you look up DC 330 component control, and it tells you how to use it. Okay? You're not going to remember all this. You're going to call me. I don't expect you to remember all this. Okay?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to memorize that.
Right. Try and just start with status indicators. Okay? That's a pretty good start. Then go into your parts list. If you need parts, you can look stuff up, and it's all broken down into diffuser, paper path, wherever you seem to have like a problem. You can look stuff up. What about the diffuser? Well, I want to look at the broken down as a whole, and then broken down to smaller components, starting with the heat roll and the rod. Then the external heat roll, which is the thing that sits on top. You can see it's a diagram, right? And you can order everything right down to the screws. So, you know, part number and the item. It's all. If you ever want to know how to put the part number in, there's usually a little link, and it'll tell you how to remove the diffuser web. If you don't know how. It's under rep. Hit back, and you're back there again. How to remove the web motor. It tells you how to do it. Then you hit back. Isn't that crazy?
So it's basically when you get the error codes, and it actually tells you what part needs to be replaced. Or
oh yeah, sometimes it will. It'll say like chain 4 drives, drum motor, phase B failure, refer to this, code to check. And it'll tell you, you know, drum motor, parts list Y, listen for motor to energize. If it doesn't, check items this, you know, right now it's telling you to check connectors and stuff. That's why it's saying open wire or port contact on the connector. You know, stupid stuff. But if you want to know where the drum motor is, boom, here's the parts list. You want to know how to, you know, replace the drum motor, boom, there it is on how to do it.
Can you check why we don't get registration, for instance? What does it say?
Okay, so
in the back.
Okay, so if you're looking just to check just for like keywords, like I have a problem. I have no idea how to handle this. I don't want to start looking through all this chain, this and that, and blue blah 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 blah. Go here to Searchlight. It looks like a little set of books. Okay? Wait for it to initialize. It takes a little bit of time. As soon as it initializes, it'll come up over here. Because it has a lot of books. And I gotta go in and I gotta shut a few off, so and make sure we just have only the pertinent ones turned on today. While it's doing, I'll plug it in. The end of this cable, you have like a couple open ports back here. There's like a 4-port switch. 2 of them are being used, 2 of them are empty. Just take the other end and just plug it in. Anywhere.
So either open one.
It doesn't matter. They're all. It's a switch. You can plug it in anywhere. It doesn't care.
You're gonna be famous, man.
I know. And where are we at? Showing. All right, we're gonna shut this down and reboot it real fast because it's being cranky.